Bullshit.
It's the No BS Marketing Show. I'm Dave Mastovich, CEO of Massolutions, the world's only no bullshit marketing firm. Zapping through the channels the other day and came across, for the 1,893rd time, A Few Good Men. If you're in Generation X, you've watched A Few Good Men so many times, parts of it as you were zapping along and channel surfing. Otherwise, why would they put it on if they didn't know that we were going to watch it, at least parts of it, every time? Well, in the movie A Few Good Men, Tom Cruise's Lieutenant Daniel Kaffee and Harry Caesar, as Luther, the newsstand guy, have an ongoing battle to spout the best or worst cliché. These scenes resonated with some of us because we suffer from cliché overload. We've heard too many clichés too many times. I realize that clichés are clichés because more often than not, they're true. However, it still bugs me when people take the lazy way out and spout off tired phrases to explain a situation. It's not what you know, it's who you know. I've heard that phrase at least 1,000 times from salespeople, marketers, parents who want more playing time for their kids, people who aren't as successful as they want to be, and I'm sure a bunch of other groups that I've forgotten. While this cliche is partially true, it only tells half the story. Yes, who you know and who you surround yourself with will ultimately shape you and your successes. That's why there's the one cliche about you become the 5 people you spend the most time with. You're a product of the 5 people that you're around the most. That's because you have a tremendous impact on who you know. Relationships don't just happen. They're created by an intentional investment of time and effort. And since you have limited time, that point about you're a product of the 5 people that you're around the most, you become like the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Since we have a limited amount of time, we need to choose who those 5 people are. But we also then have to make an intentional investment of time and effort beyond those 5 people to the people in our secondary circle, our network. I'm sure some of you are thinking, yeah, right, so-and-so got the promotion because he knew so-and-so. There are indeed examples of situations where something like this was occurred. They fall under the life ain't fair cliche. For every one of those situations, though, there are many relationships built by savvy people who understand investing in others is never a waste of a time. As you strive to build meaningful relationships, first try to understand yourself and figure out what you're looking to achieve. If your goals are self-serving, be ready to develop a bunch of superficial and nearly meaningless associations. However, if you set out to genuinely understand the people you interact with, you could build long-lasting and rewarding relationships. Also, look at those 5 people that you spend the most time with, because you become a product and the average of those 5 people that you spend the most time with. Now, I heard that on John Dumas's podcast, Entrepreneur on Fire, and he heard it from someone else, and it's something that goes on and on. It's about you become a product or the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So make an intentional investment on those 5 people you spend the most time with to make sure you select those ones. And as tough as this is, you have to weed out some people that are sagging your time and sapping your energy. Trust me, that's difficult. Over the course of my life, I've had to do that without malice and without being mean about it. You have to decide those 5 and make an intentional investment on who those 5 are. Then the second part is you have to make an intentional investment on your secondary network of people that you want to build meaningful relationships with. It's quality over quantity. Like most things, it's simpler in theory than in practice. The tried and true basics include focusing on others to meet their needs, clarifying expectations, showing personal integrity, and making the relationship mutually beneficial. Make the intentional investment and develop meaningful relationships that lead to success. And make sure those 5 people that you're around the most, that you're spending the most time with, that you're becoming the average of, are the type of people that you aspire to be. And I guess you might as well always also remember what Joe Demi Moore told Lieutenant Caffey. The big scene, when Tom Cruise leans over and says he thinks she's hitting on him, she says, "Remember, wear matching socks." Thanks for listening to the No BS Marketing Show. Your reviews help us to improve the show and give new listeners insights on what they can expect. So thank you in advance, but please do take the time to give us a review. Also sign up for your No BS Marketing Weekly Fix at massolutions.biz. And remember, ask yourself, what's the big idea? And build your story around the answer. It's all about bold solutions, no BS.